Hi, I'm Steve Reeser with the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries, and today we're here on the Maury River in Rockbridge County. We're on a Reacher River between Alone Mill and Beans Bottom, just upstream of Lexington. We're doing our one of our fish population surveys using an electrofishing raft, and it's May the 9th. Water temperature is 19 degrees Celsius. The river's running at about 600 CFS at the Rockbridge Bass gauge. And so it's got good clarity, little green color to it. So far our fish numbers from electrofishing look really good. High densities of rock bass here. There's just skillions of these guys, and red breast sunfish or other common sunfish to the Maury River. High numbers of those. And then what we're ultimately after today are smallmouth bass. That's the prize game fish for anglers. And I just want to show you today, we've got multiple year classes or ages of smallmouth bass, which is good to see. There's good spawning, good recruitment from year to year. And I'll go through these ages. We've got these little guys here, which were spawned last year, so he's not quite 1 year old yet. Then I have the next age class up, which were spawned in 2017, then some that were spawned in 2016, 2015. We'll get him then. And then we've got, larger fish here. This is a quality smallmouth bass that anglers are after. We get good numbers of these. This fish could be anywhere from 6, 8, 10 years old. 10-year-old. They grow very slowly in the Maury River. But overall, just high densities of fish today. We'll check back in a little later on some of our other scenes, but just high densities of fish. High densities of fish. We'll check back in later today. Well, Jason, this has been pretty epic today, I think.
Yeah, really good day. I'm just amazed by the amount of smallmouth we're seeing, but it's really not a surprise.
No, this is typically what we see as far as density of smallmouth bass. The Maury River always has high densities.
This one got a little hungry.
And yeah, it's the consistent spawning success that really drives the fishery, and there's really no indication that there's any overharvest going on by anglers. And some of the krill surveys we've done on this river and other rivers, there's very few smallmouth bass being harvested by anglers. But the Maury is known for its numbers of fish and very high numbers here. We probably had another 80 fish here in the cooler, similar to last run, and typical a lot of the cookie cutter size here. But the Maury does produce some large fish, and we'll see these as we move down river that are quality fish, over 16 inches. But by and large, just I think a great. And you want to talk a little bit about the recreational opportunities here for float fishing?
Yeah, as far as a scenic float goes, you're not going to find a better spot than the Upper Maury. It's pretty secluded. There's not a lot of traffic on this part of the river, and there's a little bit of a light whitewater element to it. There's class 1, maybe class 2 rapids, so even if you're not catching fish, it's a fun ride to go down the river.
Sure is.
You just want to make sure you're safe. We're wearing our life vests, obviously, so make sure that you have your PFDs on board, all that good stuff. But check out the Upper Maury. It's a diamond in the rough.
Right, and we're going to bring another segment here. We electroshocked a couple other sections of the river downstream in the upcoming days. So we'll be back at you shortly.
Tomorrow.
So,
we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Good morning. I'm Steve Reeser with the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries, and we're here on the Maury River in Rockbridge County. We visited with you yesterday. It's May the 10th. Beautiful day today. We've got a front coming in from the west, bringing some rain in the next few days, but water temperatures in the mid 60s, and the smallmouth are in shallow, and we're wearing them out. There's lots of fish. This category, this size here, they are not on beds yet. We've seen yesterday, I think we saw 1 or 2 beds, but they are on the verge of starting to nest and spawn. So it's good we're here now, not disrupting that in another week or so. But quality fish. We're on a section of river here just downstream of Buena Vista. We're doing a several mile float downstream. That's one of our survey stations. The other very promising thing about today is we're seeing lots of young bass that were spawned last year. that are this size right here. You know, so there's high numbers of those, which is great because that's what drives these fisheries. And even with all the high water we had in 2018 that we thought may have disrupted the spawn last year for smallmouth and all other the sunfish and other warm water fish, that obviously hasn't been the case, which is good to see. But the high densities of fish here, we've only shocked for maybe 15 minutes of pedal time, and probably only covered, I don't know, less than maybe a half a mile of river. It's great habitat, and as you can see, lots of quality size fish here. And so need to plan a float trip this summer to hit the Maury River. And we'll visit with you a little bit later and show you some more fish, hopefully.
All right, we've come to the end of day 2, shocking on the Maury River. And we're just having an insane time out here. These fish are gigantic. It's crazy. In contrast to yesterday's sample, you can see that we're getting some very large mature fish today. So if you're after more of a trophy smallmouth bass, the lower river from Glen Maury Park down to Glasgow is for you. But the good thing is, you know, we're getting multiple size classes here, a wide range of sizes. So if you want to take kids down the river, there's tons of rock bass and redbreast, so great opportunities for first-time anglers. But like I said, they may get lucky and hook into one of these big ones as well. So we hope to see you guys on the river this summer. This is an excellent place to come and fish. Thanks for watching, and remember to go outdoors, Virginia.